The 400 horsepower Audi TT RS is the most polarizing sports coupe on the market, and that's what makes it great. The Audi TT is probably the most polarizing sports coupe on the market. It's the compact, two-door, four-seater hatchback of the Audi lineup, and it's among the smallest cars the luxury automaker produces. In its base form, the TT's 220 horsepower, four-cylinder engine doesn't necessarily inspire thoughts of track days and breakneck 0 to 60 times. It is a design-focused car. On the outside, you get tastefully sculpted fenders, shapely haunches, a stern front fascia with a piercing LED headlight array. The 2018 TT maintains the rounded wedge aesthetic that made the tiny coupe famous when it first hit the streets in 1998. I first drove the current generation TT back in 2016 and loved it. I was a little bit head over heels with it, actually. I even called it a mini R8, and got my inbox flooded with fan mail from people who disagreed. Some of them made good points, to be fair. Since then, I have driven quite a few cars, from the actual R8, in V10 Plus guise, to the Tesla Model S P100D, the Cadillac CT-SV, Lexus GSF, and many others that are far more unhinged than a base TT. But then there's the Audi TT RS. It's still a TT, yes, but that's in name only. Everything else about it is on an entirely different stratum. It's a 400 horsepower, all-wheel drive misfit that grunts and snarls to life when you hit the start button and barks and growls at everything on the road. But you want to know the quickest way to become jaded about fast cars? Drive a lot of fast cars. When Audi let me borrow a TT RS for a few days this month, I obliged, but I wasn't expecting to be impressed. It took only a few drives to change my mind. Keep reading to find out why. The Audi TT RS is a fun car, no question. The carmaker managed to engineer a true mini R8 here, because it embodies everything that defines its larger, faster big brother. The TT RS is brutally quick, and our test car's optional Dynamic Plus package bumps the top speed limiter to 174 miles per hour now. Of course we didn't try to reach those speeds on public roads, but it's further proof that this particular TT is not like the others. Driving dynamics are fine-tuned here in the thoughtful kind of way you would expect from a true supercar. The turns are flat, precise, and perfectly balanced. The raucous burbles and pops from the exhaust give this car a sense of occasion on each start-up. But the real thrill comes during purposeful acceleration. The turbocharged 5-cylinders harmonics soar from a low rumble to a thunderous howl that wakes up all of creation. Is it worth the $80,000 price of entry for our test car? Yes and no. Yes, because it's way more car than it looks like from outside. No, because of its relatively close resemblance to a standard TT. Strictly in terms of appearance, it comes off as a dressed-up TT, despite Audi's best attempts to give it some flair. It looks so normal, and obviously stock Toyota 86 pulled up beside me on the highway at one point and revved its NEMAC motor. A Toyota 86. Now, are there better options at this price point? Sure. You could buy a BMW M2, Chevy Corvette Grand Sport, Ford Mustang Shelby GT350R, Chevy Camaro ZL1, Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, Mercedes-Benz AMG C63S, Jaguar F-Type R. But unlike most of those vehicles, in the Audi TT RS, you get an unhinged car that manages to hide its crazy. Still, it isn't for everybody, but those who own one know this: it's in a class by itself.